Okay. We will start in 1 minute. Hi everyone and welcome. I'm so glad you could join us today for our webinar, Build Voice AI Agents Your Way. Our focus today is on how teams can move beyond theory and build real, scalable, production-ready voice AI. My name is Deniz. I am Senior Product Marketing Manager at Telnyx, and I'm joined by Rafal, our Technical Product Manager, and Leszek, our Solution Engineer. Today, we will share the latest voice AI trends we've seen across major recent EMEA events, walk through why infrastructure is such a critical piece of building great voice AI agents, and show you 3 different ways to build with Telnyx using our AI Agent Builder, real-time media streaming to your own AI engine, and using Telnyx MCP. We will wrap up with a Q&A, so if you have a question, you can drop your questions anytime in the chat as we go, and we will answer them at the end. And just a quick note, this session is being recorded, so we will send the recording to everyone who joined the webinar. Let's dive straight into it. Over the past few months, we've been at UCX London, the World AI Summits, and Casa 25 in Amsterdam, and GITEX in Dubai. And one thing that really stood out across all of them: voice AI is entering a new phase. So the conversations are shifting from big ideas to real-world implementations. And let me share 5 key insights that we saw in these recent events. First one is moving from theory to scale production. So the focus is shifting to real-world deployments. Everyone wants to see real use cases, real results. And for voice AI, this means managing large volumes of automated calls and ensuring reliability at scale. Second focus was governance and security. And responsible AI deployments are now major differentiators. Companies want to innovate responsibly. Businesses want clarity on voice AI system. How do they manage privacy, fraud, and consent? Third one was impact on ROI and customer experiences. Organizations are asking tougher questions about value. AI projects are being evaluated through their ROI returns. For voice AI, this means being evaluated for its impact on call resolution time and customer satisfaction scores. We are also seeing companies move beyond simple single-use bots. So there's a growing interest in multi-agent, multi-model systems where multiple AI can collaborate, and also where multimodal setups voice connect seamlessly with chat and other channels. And finally, human and AI synergy. This is where the real momentum is. Many people see the future of voice AI as a collaborative thing, so not replacing humans, but augmenting them, where AI agents handle the first steps and then passes the context to the person when it is needed. So if we step back and look at all this, the takeaway is pretty simple. Teams today don't just want AI experiments. They want production-ready, secure, and reliable systems that plug into their existing workflows like CRMs, contact centers, that can scale without friction and bring better results. And this is where things get interesting, because delivering all of that at once isn't easy. If voice AI runs on a rented infrastructure, it breaks under real-world scale. You can't just stitch together different tools and run everything on public internet and expect it to perform. To truly meet enterprise expectations, you need a purpose-built infrastructure. So why does infrastructure matter so much? When teams try to retrofit AI into their legacy communication networks or rely on CPaaS providers that are renting different items, they run into a lot of hidden limits. So the first limit is reliability. Each network handoff adds failure points and potential risks. When call traffic grows, it can cause delays, bad sound quality, or even dropped calls. The second one is scalability. If your system depends on a rented capacity, it's hard to grow fast and handle busy periods. You can't expand globally without paying hidden costs. And the third one is security and compliance. When the data passes through several third parties, it's almost impossible to guarantee data residency and compliance. And the final one is latency. Again, each extra cloud layer and reseller hop adds latency. Once the response time goes above 500 milliseconds, conversations start to feel robotic with a delay. So the reliability, scalability, security, and latency, these four things decide if your voice AI is ready for real-world use case and if it's ready for scale. To get all four, you need an infrastructure built for voice AI. And how do we solve those limits we just talked about? At Telnyx, we build a platform that is purpose-made for real-time voice AI. First, we are a license carrier with PSTN replacement in more than 60 countries and local numbers in over 140 countries. So global scale is not a problem for us. Second, we have private multi-cloud network. So the calls stay on our network end to end, and we route calls directly without extra hoops and delays. This also helps when there's a major outage like the one that we had yesterday with AVS. Our workloads are distributed so we can make sure that our customers stays up even during these type of major outages. And finally, we co-located AI compute next to telephony layer, which gives you ultra low latency, fast enough to feel completely natural in an AI conversation. All this helps us to give you the foundation for AI-powered real-time voice AI experience. And what makes us different is that everything you need for voice and AI lives in one global stack. So we provide telephony base with numbers I mentioned. Our programmable voice API gives you full control over every call, so you can answer, bridge, transfer, conference, record through reliable APIs. On top of that, you can build voice AI agents with your preferred LLM, combined with real-time speech-to-text, text-to-speech, and support multiple languages. And data, recordings, transcripts, prompts are stored securely in Telnyx managed cloud storage. So instead of juggling multiple vendors or worrying about integrations, you can move from idea to prototype quickly with total control, and you can grow operations in a reliable infrastructure and with a predictable quality and a cost control in one platform. And now moving to the real part, and we know that every team has a different stage in their voice AI journey. And at Telnyx, we give you options to build your own way. Easiest way to build AI agents at Telnyx is using our no-code AI agent builder on our portal by giving instructions to your AI agents. Leszek will show you that. And if you train your own AI engine, or if you want to use another open LLM, you can use our programmable voice to control calls in real time and stream audio to your own AI through webhooks. If you want to build advanced agents with complex call flows, you can use our APIs or use AI dev tools like Cloud Code with our MCP server. The key idea is flexibility. You can choose the way that fits your team. Now I will hand over to Leszek, who is going to show you how you can build a voice AI agent using our AI assistant builder. Over to you, Leszek.
Thanks, Denis. Okay, so let's start with a short overview of capability of our AI agent builder. So when you sign up to our customer portal, you will be able to quickly, easily configure your AI agents using that assistant. We currently support more than 50 different AI models. So you can pick from the open source models, which we are hosting in our infrastructure to minimize the latency. The same is with multiple transcription providers, and we built also our text-to-speech models to provide our own voices for multiple languages. In the builder, you will start definitely with the instructions, which is the most crucial part of the configuration. So it is all about prompt engineering, as you may know. You will be able to provide the greetings to be played back at the beginning of the conversation, choose your preferred text-to-speech voices and transcription engine. Our assistant is working on multiple channels, so you can assign phone numbers for voice conversations, but also for the messaging via SMS. And of course, AI Assistant is not living without some of the integrations to your backend systems, to CRMs, to databases. So you will be able to configure multiple webhook tools, MCP servers to talk to third-party providers. And we do support also insights option where you can add additional instructions to be triggered after the conversation is finished to create some kind of the sentiment analysis or call summarizations. Next slide, please. Of course, we are not limited to the features I presented on the previous slides. You've got here everything about our capability, but I will not go into more details about that. I think it's better to show that live. So let's jump to live demonstration where I will present you how to use our assistant. So let me share my screen. Okay, and in our AI assistant builder, you will be able to create multiple assistants, as you can see here on my list. We are also allowing to easily import already configured assistants from the other providers using import assistant button, or you can start with some of the predefined templates we are providing, like for instance, for customer support specialist. But also you've got an option to create your assistant from the blank template. Also, you are able to create multiple integrations to MCP providers, like for instance, Zapier, Azure Cloud Services, and the others who provide support for model context protocol. Let's jump to the AI assistant I created for insurance industry, which shows most of the features available, especially from the integrations perspective. So for my assistant, I'm using OpenAI GPT-4 Omni model, but you are not limited just to that model, of course. A lot of models, as I mentioned, like DeepSeek, MetaLlama, Qwen, all the open source models are hosted in our infrastructure, so you can use them, and everything will be built from Telnyx. In case of the other providers, as you can see with OpenAI, for instance, I need to provide my own subscription key. So we've got an option to bring your own LLM to our platform and consume third-party providers like OpenAI, what I'm using, but also we support Grok, Google, Gemini, and the other providers. My instructions are covering everything about insurance use cases, but for the live demonstration, I will show you a specific action to file a claim about car accident. So my agent will be, first of all, identifying me using my customer ID and the passphrase. So it will look at the backend system, fetch the data, authenticate me to proceed with filing a claim. And then later I will use multiple tools which I've got configured, like a webhook tools, to fetch data about the customer, to fetch data about customer registered and active insurance policy to verify if there is a one on which I can file a claim. And then finally, I will also leverage our SMS API to send a confirmation over SMS message. So as you can see, we can configure multiple webhooks and trigger them on different stages of the call flow. So in the webhook tools, you can configure all the parameters which will be passed in the request, and you can add additional instructions for the model in the description field to extract exactly the information you need to pass in the certain parameter in your API request. As I mentioned, we support also integration through MCP protocol. So there is a lot of providers which you can consume. And Telnyx is also providing our own MCP server, what will be covered later by Rafał. So with our MCP server, you can also create AI assistants, like having conversation with ChatGPT. So you can use, for instance, Cloud Desktop, and we are providing instructions how to easily configure everything in the Cloud Desktop to talk to our MCP server to purchase the phone number, create AI assistant with specific settings. So in such case, you can interact with our platform, not through the customer portal, but directly through MCP protocol. Just last week, we introduced also a direct integration to certain third-party business platform providers like Zendesk, Salesforce, Jira, GitHub, etc. And more will come shortly. So we will be adding more integrations. You can easily consume just providing your authentication to the platform you would like to use. Like for instance, in my case, I've got a service now already attached to my AI assistant. So I can consume a lot of different tools which are listed here on that integration. Let's jump right now to the voice section. So in the voice section, starting with transcription models, you've got plenty of options. So currently we do provide 6 different transcription models. 4 of them, like Whisper and DeepGram models, are hosted in our infrastructure. So when you choose them, you will also minimize the latency for your conversations with AI agents. But you can also consume Azure models with your own Azure subscription key. We also implemented a lot of additional nice features with which you can extend, let's say, and make the conversation with AI assistants even nicer. Like for instance, the predefined background audio you can play during the conversation to simulate, for instance, some office noises, background noises, contact center space, to have some, let's say, more realistic feeling during the conversation. Going to the text-to-speech providers, as I mentioned, Telnyx is providing a lot of natural HD voices for different languages. So you can test them before implementation. Going further, we do provide also object storage option where you can create buckets and upload your own documents to create knowledge bases, which you can attach also to AI assistant to create some kind of the context for your bot, but also to provide custom data. So you've got the option to call your existing third-party systems using webhook tools, but also you can provide more static data uploaded to the object storage. In the analysis section, you can configure insights, so those post-call instructions with which you can create sentiment analysis, call summarization for already finished conversations. Those information can be sent also to the webhook URL, so you can configure that webhook URL where those information should be sent after the call. And the bot can be initiated, implemented on the voice channel, on the messaging channel, but also we are providing a widget interface, so the component which you can easily implement on your web portal with that short code snippet. So your customers visiting your portal can easily initiate conversation with AI assistant, not only from PSTN call, but also with the widget embedded into your portal. That widget can be customized with several options, but we do provide also a complete SDK with which you can build your own customized front-end application for that widget, providing also live transcription, where you can mix also voice communication with messaging communication. Okay, and I think right now we are ready to make a test call and test our AI assistant. So you can start the conversation, as I mentioned, with the widget interface, but we've got also an option to call your assistant or receive a call from the assistant using our WebRTC SDK embedded into our portal. So let's make a first call.
Welcome to the Gold Insurance Group. How may I help you today?
Hi, I just had a car accident and I would like to file a claim.
I'm sorry to hear about your accident. I'll guide you through the process of filing a claim. Before we proceed, I need to verify your identity. Could you please provide your customer ID and passphrase?
Yes, my customer ID is 690713 and the passphrase is 9398.
Thank you for providing the information. The verification was successful. Let's proceed with filing your car accident claim. Could you please tell me the date the incident occurred?
Oh, it happened just yesterday at 2 p.m.
Thank you. Could you please provide the amount you are claiming for the damages?
$5,000.
It seems that there are no active car insurance policies under your account. Without an active policy, I'm unable to proceed with filing a claim. If you believe this is an error or need further assistance, I can transfer you to a human agent. Would you like me to do that?
Oh, yes, please transfer my call to a human agent.
No problem. I'm transferring your call to a human agent. Please hold on for a moment.
Okay, so at that moment, my call was transferred to a human agent because I had to have a conversation because I had no active insurance policy. Of course, we can have additional options to purchase insurance policy and cover all the options in regards to the insurance use case. Okay, so that was a short demonstration. And thanks for watching that. I will pass over to Dennis and Rafał.
Okay, so we're a real-time media streaming to external AI. So except of, direct integration with AI assistants, which Leszek provided just a moment ago, we are offering as well ability to stream live call audio to external services via WebSockets. It can be done to multiple endpoints at the same time. We are as well supporting bidirectional integration, which means that your AI external service can send audio back into the live call. That what makes us unique is that we are offering HD codecs support, noise suppression, and transcoding. Thanks to that, the audio is crystal clear and your AI engines can transcribe it without any issues. There are two main use cases. There are many use cases, but we believe that the major ones are AI handled flow, which means that the audio from the call can be sent to external AI, which the engine analyzes that and can respond with the text that can be then translated into audio that can be sent back to the call. The second case is, of course, the assistant human agent assistant by AI. So in real time, the audio can be sent to the call to the tool that make some live generate some live insights like sentiment, intent, and guide with the next best action to the human. So let me show you now a real real demo, short demo, how to use our media streaming. So let me share my screen. The short project that I'm going to show is stored on our open repository. The link to it will be, you can find at the end of the presentation on the last slide. In the README, you can read how to install it and how to use it. But let's jump a bit into the code and let me do the real, short call to run that project. So this project is about using media streaming to fork the audio and send it to voice OpenAI engine. It is written in Python, and here is that code. So let me quickly go for it. So it is the URL to that server, which is exposed using Fast API, is set to our call control application, to my call control application. So once, so all the webhooks that are being sent from the application will be received in this demo app. And as you can see, I'm waiting for call initiated, and once I receive it, so when the call is received, then I just answer it. And within the answer, I'm requesting starting media streaming bidirectional with PCMU codec, and I requested to connect this WebSocket to my computer. Once the call is, during the answer operation, the WebSocket is being established, and then there is, in that method that you can see, there are a couple methods that are handling two WebSockets. First of them, it's about XML. It's about Telnyx WebSocket. And here you can see the loop that is just handling the audio that we are getting from Telnyx, and then it is being sent to OpenAI. On the other hand, there is another method here that is handling the messages from OpenAI WebSocket. And here as well, we are receiving some audio and send it back to the Telnyx WebSocket. So this project is about that. If you want to know more details, please familiarize with it on our Git repository. But now let's jump into the test call. So I'm using our Telnyx WebRTC demo app. This is something what helps to make a call from the browser. And I will call the number that's assigned to my call control application. Hello? 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 Okay, let me try once again. There's some switch in my microphone, so let me check what happened. Yeah, I just want to use my MacBook, so let's try once again. Hello? Hello? Can you help me reschedule my doctor's appointment from tomorrow at 10 a.m. to Friday at 12?
Rafal, we don't hear the inbound call.
Okay. Okay, so let me check what is my sharing option. Maybe I didn't share my audio. So let me stop sharing and start again. And Yes. Okay, and let me make a call once again. Hello.
Hello. How can I assist you today?
Can you help me reschedule my doctor's appointment from today 10 a.m. to Friday 12 p.m.?
Absolutely, I can help with that. Could you please provide me with the name of your doctor's office or clinic and your patient details so I can access your appointment information?
My doctor name is Rafał Skórski.
I'm sorry. Thank you for providing the doctor's name. Could you please share the name of the clinic or hospital, along with any patient identification details or appointment reference number you have? This will help me contact the right place to reschedule your appointment. No problem. If you need further assistance or have any other questions, feel free to ask. I'm here.
Yeah, so as you can see, this of course this OpenAI, this is just general model, so it cannot help me reschedule the meeting. But as you could see, we could had a conversation, short conversation, and I could chat with it using media streaming from Telnyx to OpenAI V2 voice-to-voice model. Okay, we can move on to the next part, Denis. So can you share your part? Yeah, so as Leszek mentioned, a part of our mission control portal, it is possible as well very easily to integrate, I mean, to work with our AI assistants using our MCP server. There are two options. It could be local and remote. And it brings an access to Telnyx telephony, messaging, and AI assistant capabilities. The local, I mean, which is fully support and it is compatible with any clients like Cloud Desktop and Cursor, what I will show you in a moment. As I mentioned, there are two options, local and remote. So local MCP server is designed to give you fast, flexible, and secure access to Telnyx ecosystem with no cloud required. So you've got everything on your machine, and you don't need to have even internet access to use it. On the other hand, if you want to build it from anywhere, you can integrate with our MCP remote server, and in that case, it will use our instance that is in the cloud. It is fully compatible with Cloud Desktop, Cursor, and other MCP client. That helps you, of course, deploy securely, develop fast, and iterate over using the same API as it used in the production. So now we can go to the short demo. Yeah, so if you want to learn how to integrate with our MCP server, you can go to our DevTalks page. There are two tutorials here, local and remote. And both of them described how to use it. The second one, most of them are about cloud. Yeah, and here is exactly described step by step how to do that. In the local MCP tutorial at the bottom, you can learn what's available from our MCP servers. So all of those APIs, assistant tools, call control tools, messaging tools, phone numbers, connection, cloud storage, embedding, and secret managers API. So let's see how that works. So I have my Cloud Desktop integrated with our MCP remote server. So let's try to list my AI assistants that are created on my Telnyx account. Yeah, so as you can see, Cloud sent request to Telnyx. You can see what it was. I mean, here is the response to that request, and here is the list of the assistants that I have. So let's now create a new assistant. I have just some prompts for creating it. Yeah, so let's run it. So it is about creating Telnyx support agent that should gather all relevant information about the user issue before transferring the call to a human agent. So now the request to our API was sent. Yeah, here you can see all the details with the prompt. Yep, and here are the details of that what was created. So the new agent AI assistant was created with all those details. We can confirm in the portal that it happened. Yep, this is the one, yeah. So this is the one that we created using Cloud Desktop. Yep, and that was a short demo of our MCP server. I will pass back to you, Denis.
Yes,
So
that
let
was
me
that
start
was a
sharing.
very
Yeah?
nice demo, Rafal, especially that MCP server is making things much easier and faster for the ones who want to have quick AI assistants built. And we will, of course, share all those details and how they can access on Telnyx MCP instructions, etc., with the links via email. So for now, I will move on to the Q&A session. Checking if there are any questions, but I don't see any. So let's go to some of the common questions that we get. And meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them. And we can start with the first one. How does Telnyx handle data privacy and compliance for global enterprises? Leszek, maybe can you?
Okay, so I will cover that part. So in EMEA region, especially in EU, of course, we've got certain regulations like GDPR, how to process private data, PII data. So to be fully covered when using AI assistants, we implemented local infrastructure not only for the telco services, voice API services, which we've got in multiple regions already for several years, like Frankfurt data center, Amsterdam, London. But last time we implemented also a site in Paris where we are hosting the farm of our own GPUs, where we are processing all the conversations with our AI assistants. You can also enable data privacy on the AI assistant level. So you can select to not retain any transcribed conversations for, of course, security reasons.
Yeah, that EU data residency is especially important for the customers in EMEA. So the second question that we get a lot is, how does the deployment process look like? How quickly can we get a voice AI agent live? Although you just saw it from the demo of Rafal, but
Yes. So as you could see, it's taking like less than a minute to create a voice AI agent. What is important in terms of the deployment process? We've got a version controlling, what means that all the versions of the AI assistant are stored, and at any time you can get back to the previous version and promote it to be the main.
and I still don't see questions, so I'm continuing with our.
Dennis, there are questions in the QA window.
Second more. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Is the latency shown in the test a presentation of production?
Yes, the demo that Leszek did, it is a demo from our production services. So you can expect similar one. Of course, it depends on your location and where you are and the setting of your application. I mean, to which data centers you are connecting to.
Yes, so I will add some comment to that. So as you've seen in my agent configuration, I was using OpenAI GPT-4 Omni model. So in such case, my agent was calling external services from OpenAI. To minimize the latency, of course, there is an option to use the models hosted on our platform, like for instance, Qwen model, which should lower the latency for that part of the conversation. In my case, also, I'm using a shared account which is deployed in US infrastructure, so I'm not using EMEA-based infra. You can easily switch between US and EU sites, just going to your configuration option account settings and migrating your data from US to Germany site as for the data residency. And later you can do the same with Anchor site, which will be deployed on your AI assistant level. So you can switch from Chicago site, which I was using in my case, to your local data centers nearest to your location, like for instance, Frankfurt, Amsterdam. So all those settings which are enabled in our AI assistant may influence and lower the latency.
We have another question. How many languages does Telnyx support?
Oh, so it depends, of course, on the transcription model you will choose. So as I remember, the biggest list of languages are supported on OpenAI Whisper Large V3 Turbo model. There are, I think, more than 60 different languages from the transcription perspective. Azure models has got also great coverage. From the text-to-speech providers, we've got multiple options like Telnyx, 11 Labs, AWS, Poly, or Azure Cognitive Services. So also you've got coverage for multiple languages.
I see another question which I can take. Which are the best industries that are currently using this service or is ideal for such companies? We have BPOs who are currently using voice AI. We have customers like PatientSync, who is managing patient engagement platform, telehealth. And we have customers who are managing lead management. So they do outbound calls. But mostly we start to use this for inbound calls, and there are use cases also for insurance, finance, but currently we have customers on the healthcare, sales, and the contact center BPO side. What is the pricing model for your AI assistants?
Yeah, so the basic price for AI assistant, I mean, it depends on the configuration of AI agent itself. But if you choose to use all Telnyx services, the price is, there's one common price, everything is included, and it's 5 cents per minute.
Okay. Is there a way we can estimate the cost per call for a customer? How would people normally price this as a service?
So we are providing on our main web portal on telnyx.com/pricing. You can go to conversational AI section where we are providing also a nice calculator where you can simulate the cost for your conversations with AI assistants based on the options selected in the configuration. So when you stay with all the options, I mean, transcription, text-to-speech voices, and open source LLMs hosted in our infrastructure, you can definitely minimize not only the latency, but also the costs. But you can also simulate how it will look when you will choose, for instance, the external text-to-speech provider like 11 Labs, or transcription provider or LLM from third-party provider like OpenAI GPT-4 Omni. So you've got some simulation tools you can use directly from our portal.
Do you have any downloaded templates that you have already created, or do you have any downloadable templates?
So the templates for AI assistants are available in AI Assistant Configurator, as I presented. So you can start with a blank template, but we've got several predefined templates based on the best practices. I would suggest if you are going to start with some of the use cases which are not covered with our templates, to use even ChatGPT. Just ask ChatGPT to create instructions to cover your specific use cases. So this is a great starting point, and then later you can tweak your instructions to make it better during some test calls.
Can voice AI support clients to click on voice dialer, or can they also dial a unique DID?
You can buy a number at Telnyx, and you can assign that number to the application that is associated to AI Assistant, and just dial it, and it will work. So it is not only available via click to the dialer, but as well by regular calls.
Yeah, and if you would like to initiate outbound calls, you can do that from voice API dial command and then transfer that call starting AI assistant. So to attach AI assistant to the outbound call, we've got also an option to use our API to create some kind of the contact records on our platform at certain with certain timestamps, and those records will be automatically called with predefined with attached AI assistants. So you can automate also outbound calls easily, not having any backend system implemented, purely on the Telnyx provided services.
For an outbound voice AI call, how many numbers can be dialed at the same time?
So it depends on your account settings. So of course, on newly created accounts, we are limiting the number of simultaneous outbound channels up to 10, just as some kind of the fraud prevention option. But if you deploy your system in the production, of course, we can increase those limits, and we've got customers having thousands of simultaneous channels enabled on their accounts. So it's just a matter, of course, of the spendings on those conversations, and to have some kind of the security also from the anti-fraud prevention. But
I will take one last question because we are also over time and then wrap up. Can we start on this platform for the initial call handling and then hand off by SIP to an external system?
Yes, so this is what I was presenting on my conversation. So in fact, I was handing off my call to the human agent, transferring the call over SIP trunk to contact center system. So I hear also the music when my call was transferred to the queue. You can use the transfers to DID numbers, to SIP URI, but also we support SIP refer. So you can transfer that call with releasing the call from our platform.
Yeah, and what is important, this is warm transfer, what means that if the other end doesn't answer, then the call gets back to the AI agent, and it may try again to the different number, for example.
Okay. Let's quickly recap. It was great to receive a lot of questions. I think there are also 7 of them that is not answered. We will answer via email. So if we recap quickly what we covered, infrastructure matters, the foundation for low latency, reliable, and scalable voice AI. The infrastructure is important. At Telnyx, we control every layer from telephony to AI, giving you the speed, reliability, but most importantly, cost efficiency and operational ease. and you can build voice AI agents your way with our AI Assistant Builder, APIs, or MCP embedded into AI tools like Cloud Code, whatever fits your team best. And thank you for joining this webinar. We will share the recording and these helpful materials, including the ones that Rafal showed for Python. And if you have more questions, you can reach out to us via telnyx.com/contact. We are looking forward to connect with you again, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.